What is going on, guys? This is TheLostYeti here, and welcome back to the Infinite Realms server. Today is the day we are taking our world tour, taking a stroll down memory lane and looking back on everything on Season 1. First things first, I actually made a montage of a bunch of replay mod clips of a ton of bases here on the server, as many as I could fit in. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's take a look at everything that's been built in Season 1. Hope you guys liked the little montage I added in there. It took a little bit to edit. What I did do, though, is please, guys, if you saw anything you want to check out, in the lower left-hand corner is the YouTube channel of whoever built it. That way you can actually get up to date on everything Season 1 before going into Season 2. Before we get there, though, we're not done here yet. We actually have to stop in because it looks like Vert might have actually finished his Elytra course. So you know what that means. It's time for us to actually give it a whirl. Let's actually take a look at the rules real quick. Welcome to the Virtuous Flying Course. Rewards for participation are randomly giving out the end. 3 free practice attempts for everyone. Have a look at the grand prizes. Place your results in the book, e.g. below. Okay. If you hit a ring, that's minus 5 seconds on your minus time. Mind your head. May the winds be ever in your favor. 1 diamond for 5 on the record attempts. Okay, so I guess it's 1 diamond for 5 attempts. And it looks like KB has put it in. And that's the only person that's actually attempted it at this time. Because Vert hasn't put it in yet. So, okay. And then we have things to note before flying. No duration 3 rockets. Each ring is numbered. Have fun, take care. Pay in the barrel to record attempts 1 diamond for 5. Okay. Free rockets for the course. Beautiful. So I'm going to top off on that. Put your stuff in here or risk losing it like I did. Fair. Okay. So we're going to drop all the junk that we have in our inventory at the time. And let's give this our first attempt. Oh no. Oh no. This is going to be this is going to be a bad time. This is going to be a very bad time. I see already how this is going to be a bad time. Oh jeez. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh dude. There's no way. Let me regen over here. Oh no. 29 and 30. 30. Did it. Oh boy. Hey, diamonds. Oh, that was stressful. I don't think that was fast, but I'll review the footage, and if that was my fastest time, you now know. Attempt 17 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, clean first half. Suck in the gut. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clean. Good old 6. Let's not choke it on the 8. That's usually where we choke this up. Oh, love to see it. 8, 9. 10. Oh, come on. 12 is through. 13. 14. 15, 16. I'll take the damage right now. Because we're still making good time. 20. 21. I need that regen. 22. Oh, baby. Yeah, come on. 23. 24. 25. Slow it down. 26. Okay, now we get into the 27. 28. All right, turn around just so we make sure we get that 28. 28. 29. Oh, baby, let's go. That's a nice finish right there. Love to see it. I got a shulker box, but I feel bad keep taking these things. Could I? Oh my goodness gracious. You're going back in here. So it might have taken us 25 attempts, but as you guys can see, we have set a new time of 1:44. Excuse the fact that every time I hit my head, it counted as 5-second penalties, and I might have to review the footage again to see if that's 100% correct if I only hit it 6 times. I think I only hit it 6 times, so we're going to go with that for the time being. I will adjust this otherwise. But the next closest person is KB over here with 2:12. So I think even if we add an extra bonk on there, we're pretty safe, at least for the time being. But it does show how much time is still on the table considering we got a 1:14. I'm hoping that's how they want the time presented. I didn't have the capabilities of doing down to the milliseconds, at least not how I'm looking at it right now. So if anyone else sees this and it's ever so slightly tweaked, that's why. But it's about a 1:14 with 6 penalties, bringing me to a 1:44. So super sick. Thanks, Vert, for putting this whole thing on. It's super awesome. I will definitely spend more time on this course, but not exactly at this moment. Oh, gotta sleep. And I want to see some other people post up their times. So excited to see that. Watch some of the other people on the channel, see when they post up their times. We're going to drop that there. But that's not the only thing that brings us to the shopping district. We're actually here because I spoke with Spasms. Yes, I had spoken with Spasms about a very important thing that we had to pick up here in the shopping district. We're here to take the dragon egg to its final resting home. So, what that means is we gotta go over yonder. And I do have my ender chest because I don't dare trust myself carrying this thing. I do have explicit permission from Spasms to take the eggs. Don't think it's just me taking it for the sake of taking it. I believe this is how you do. Dragon egg is mine. Oh, baby. Let's go. Okay, now I don't trust myself that much. Ender chest. Ender chest. Be safe. Be safe, little one. But besides picking up the ender chest, the other reason why I wanted to come back to shopping district is I would like to give a brief overview of a lot of the things on the server, since this is going to be likely our last episode. So, a little walk down memory lane, and I think the first and most appropriate place to start is going to be right over here in the shopping center, right here at the Infinite Realm sign. And now, it didn't used to be the Infinite Realm signs, it used to be the sign of the Fireflies. And directly next to it is Odds and Ends. And Odds and Ends did not look like this whatsoever. Huge thanks to Common Virus. He gave a beautiful makeover to Odds and Ends. But this is where we sold all of our goodies. Oh, I need to drop off some of these rockets real quick. Okay, be right back. I took too many rockets. So Odds and Ends used to be basically my match shop. And as you can see, it has our patented Enderman in a boat. But this is where we sold all of our Who's He What's It's. And I think he still has a few things up here for sale. So yeah, there's a bunch of bows that he had for sale. Bowie Mamas sold out. Very popular commodity and a few other things. But he mainly stocked a lot of the end stuff that was downstairs. And I don't know how well it sold, if it sold. I think so. Ironically enough, I don't believe he ever restocked this. So I don't think we ever sold any stairs. Oh, but we did sell whatever the heck that was. So this was all Matt's stuff, as you could tell. And then on upstairs, don't mind the Yeti heads. We had all of our wool in our automated wool collection system, which is probably running low on shears as we speak. Over here was just how I would fill everything, just, you know, so you can reminisce and all that. And whenever we would run low on wool, I would AFK back here. Yeti's little happy AFK corner. But yeah, so this was Odds and Ends, and it was a super cool shop while we had it. And no one ever paid in the chest. Very few people ever paid in the chest. Most of the time, people just our extra black wool. Just paid in the actual chest themselves, just like that, so that's okay. Yoink. But the shop served us well. I could totally see us doing more work on a wool shop, possibly next season, so we'll see. We'll see if we set up shop before anyone else. I don't even know if we're going to be having a shopping district. But besides the shop, the other oldie but goodie shops here, you have the Iron Golem, but you also have the Illumination Bookstore. These were both by Striker, as well as, I don't actually know, it was like RGB something. I forget what it was called. RGB what is the name of you? This was his latest creation. Thought I had a name. Anyways, this is where he sold wool as well as a few other things. So, all the colorful blocks you could ever want. For some reason, I don't know where the name was. I thought he named it. Striker, what did you name the dragon? I thought it was the RGB dragon. That would make sense. You named it something, and it was a thing. And then over here, you had the Iron Golem, which was the other one I spoke on. And these shops have been here for freaking ever. And the prices have only gone down, so now it's ridiculously cheap. But you could build with as much iron as you ever wanted. And then we're going to stop over here, I believe, at Lowy's slime shop. Slimy pot. Welcome to Slimy Pot. 1 stack of slime for 1 diamond. More slimy good coming soon. I know we bought a lot of this, but it looks like it's been restocked, thankfully. As well as not to skip bounty blocks. Bounty blocks was not as utilized on the server, unfortunately. Yeah, another Lowy production. And basically the synopsis was anyone could request something that they wanted. And then, there you go. Honeycomb wanted 2 diamonds per stack, Striker. And then you would put in whatever you paid and then flick the light to say, you know, it's already fulfilled. Or one that was, you know, completed. Dragon Ed, 64 diamonds, Brad Boss. Well, sorry, Brad Boss, I'm not selling it for 64 diamonds. So I guess it did get a little bit more use than I thought it did towards the end of this season. But, you know, it does get hard. Oh, and also, the honey pot. I forgot that this shop... I never purchased from the shop, sorry. But you can buy all this... Changing it right now. Honey pot, I can now say that I've purchased from you. So, you could buy plenty of honey from the honey pot as well. Then we have our fantastic shark over yonder that is attacking the snails. We have the snails on the flight course. And another very important addition is... Well, first of all... The shrine. Don't know. The creeper, not really. Hit creeper. Not sure why you were here. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Matt did that. Then we have Spasm's little begging shack. I believe he was just looking for donations. And Common Virus's chest shop. This is one of the most aesthetic shops because it just sells you exactly what it's here for. So it's freaking fantastic. And I still can't believe to this day that there are still more shulkers up for sale. So, up here, and I don't believe I can get in here, those are still shulkers stocked to the brim, as well as a handful of chests down here. So you could buy your chests or your barrels, whatever you like. And yeah, so this was a little chest shop. Again, this is just a brief little tour for those of you not so familiar. Also, down over yonder, we have Bench's Bed Shop, which sold some of the most expensive beds I've seen in my life, but for some reason, he sold well. He sold very well, even with this little aquarium here. And Bench's other lesser-known shop is right around yonder, and this is where he sold all of his more rare wares, if you will. So mob heads, contact for prices, and I believe we have all of these, otherwise I would purchase them from him. Various other things, netherite ingots, and I don't think he sold anything in the barrels, but they were there for decor, and you've got some lava over there. Next up is Commons End City, and this is used to be and is where I got most of my elytras from, because, frankly, I don't like going in the end. So, as you can now see, the full-out replica that he built, which is similar to the nether boat that he built at his base. Oh, there we are. Right over yonder is where we would buy our elytras. I wonder if he happens to have any more in stock. All Elytras, 15 diamonds. And yeah, no, he's sold out. He's been long since sold out. And I believe on the other side was like a little cantina that I knew he had like bigger plans for, but look at that little bedroom, a couple things, and a little cantina up on the top level. Next, if we make our way up, you have Common Virus's Wizard Tower, which is really just decoration for the upper level where the portal was. Once we originally had it down here, we moved it on up for convenience sake, really. He did an absolutely fantastic job on this build. Just a little Wizard Tower. Directly next to it is our Wishing Well that never really worked 100% correct. But you'd throw in a diamond, it would spit out an item, and it worked a percentage of the time. Then down over yonder, we have a lot of our excess building materials from sprucing up the shopping district, as well as the shrine to Brad that apparently Brad did not make. So you can read through that if you would like. Yeah, that's a thing that happens. As well as my Red Bull can, the probably least effective shop on the server, which has sold absolutely nothing, even though everything was essentially free. You just pay what you want, guys. You could have just taken it for free. Free Red Bull. I'm still happy with how that shop came out. Don't get mad at me. As well as down here, Noctify's iron shop from when we built the iron farm together. And I believe she's still making a good amount of profit. Confirmed higher quality iron. How much do you have? Oh, so she still has it. 1 for 32. Then if we glide on down underneath the shark, the beautiful shark that we built in the other episode, we have a few shops. We have, well, let's start right here. We have Didymus's Casino for all of your gambling needs. We've lost plenty of money here, and I don't know if he's made any updates since we came and gambled, but there's your slot machine right there. Double or nothing. Yeah, double or take all of your money. But cool build, Didymus. It's just I lost way too much money here. Then we have the Black Market 2.0, which would go on down here, and then you could buy your hits and all of that good stuff. And apparently a netherite pickaxe, a few of them for sale. Wow, okay. And the bounty rules. And the bounty, or the Black Market 1.0, which was connected back here. I never was a bounty hunter, so I never really went back there, but take my word for it. And immediately next to it is the Auction House 2.0, which hopefully we'll see a return for next season. But here we want a bunch of fun stuff that we've used, including Dem Yeezys, the best boots in the game. Tell me I'm wrong. And actually, since I speak of it, if you're looking for the entrance to the old one, that was right around here. Auction House 1.0, which is where Torex originally had set up shop, as well as this is the other entrance to the black market. Now that's the end of the season. I don't think Brad's got any problem with me showing this. Many books are free, never will be restocked. There you go. And then this was the original Hunter's Room, which we can now take a peek at. And Torex had his head on the board. Ooh, man. Dead man walking. Over here we had Virtuous's various ships right after Torex's ship. I think I said that before, but just in case I didn't. So you have his standard ship, his end ship, and his pride ship, I believe is what he called it. Hello, Creeper. I don't appreciate that you spawned in. So we are going to yeet ourselves past you and go to sleep for a moment. And another one of our community projects was down here, this little flea market. The flea market was supposed to be a home of a bunch of little shops that we kind of put in. Only a few of them actually stocked things for a little while. So, for example, I don't think that shop stocked anything. Didn't stock anything. Creeper, I still see you there. We did have Curse of Vanishing and a few other things. These were commons endeavors, and we're gonna run the heck away. Thank you. And I believe he also had glass down here? Yeah, still some glass for sale. So there was a couple shops in here, and for the sake of not blowing it all up, we're gonna keep walking. We had our little message wall, which was the community requests. Just write what you need and who you are. Then we have more snail lovers, a doomsday device, that's what I put, nether wart common, and I agree with the doomsday device. Thanks, KB. Appreciate you. And some more signs to write up on the wall. Then making our way over here, we have Johnny's Tic-Tac-Toe, which we played, or not Tic-Tac-Toe, Connect 4, that we played a while back with him. Super cool little mini game that he put in over here. Directly next to our bank. Our bank was a little heist mini game that we had put in for a while. And that would essentially just imply that you would go around, you'd steal everything from the bank, and I would change it up periodically. So you would come on in here, you would pull the lever cronk, and then proceed to take on the bank and all of its challenges, usually pertaining with explosives, hence why it's in its disarray. But that was super fun. If you guys haven't seen it already, there's a handful of people who have perspectives. Check them out on this actual doing the heists. Directly next to the bank, we actually have Johnny's Steamboat, which I believe sold a bunch of different types of food on the inside. This place is actually freaking fabulous. If you haven't seen it, check out his channel for the... Ooh, I guess that's off limits. For the construction, but look, he's also got a bunch of honey-related things and one stack for 8. Pants of IOU, interesting. Golden apple. Well, we will need some carrots for this trip. How much is it? 1 diamond per stack. Beautiful. So now we got something to crunch on while we're wandering around. And directly above that, he built a giant eagle taking on another one of our snails. That's why I built the shark, because he built the eagle. I thought it was a super cool concept. And also a sneak peek of his base. If you haven't seen Johnny's base, do check out his most recent cinematic video that he put out. That'll give you more details of how exactly the base looks like, but it is super, super rad. And I think he believes to add, or I believe that he wants to add a couple more interiors to the bases over there, so I'm not going to check those out for sake of spoilers. We then have our connecting bridge we put in forever ago that Johnny extended to fit his boat, as well as the pyramid and the intergalactic ore exchange, our second shop here on the server. And this took forever to put in. I don't think we made a whole lot of sales, but we did something. And this is the inside, which would take you up to the spaceship for everyone that didn't have an elytra at the time, which is crazy to think because now like everyone has an elytra to the point that we have a race course running throughout the entire server. Or entire shopping district anyways. And it seems that we still have some stock in the ore exchange. Kind of surprised by that. Oh, there goes all our coal. And some redstone left over. Another stop that I have to make is right here. Way back when the fireflies were still on the server. This is, they had a Easter egg hunt that led right here to this mushroom, which it seems, was somewhat destroyed, but originally Common, Striker, Noctify, they all were trying to be enlisted, I guess. I don't know if they ever were. You'd have to talk to them, not me. I must also add the shops that are here in the center. I almost forgot. So first of all, we have the bridge that Virtuous and I built, although Virtuous did do a good majority of the work, so hats off to him for all of his hard work, because this place came out super, super sick. As well as Arcticles, or Mr. Arcticle's totem shop, which still stands. I was totally expecting this one to get taken down over time, but I guess it has stood the test of time, even though he's got a little booger there and some eyeballs. Directly next to it is KB's tedious tasks, and I believe you just opened the door? Yeah, there we go. And then lastly, the remnants of the original Nether Portal, which we never took out, so it kind of seems silly, but it's still here. And before I go on, just a quick disclaimer. For this server tour, I'm not visiting everyone's base. That would just take far too much time. I'm here to only show you stuff from major events in my episodes, as well as major builds that I've done. So if I skip down your base, guys, I'm super sorry. Other people on the channel, or other people on the server, I should say. But without further ado, we're going to continue with our world tour. Just wanted to get that out there. While we're here, I think it's as good a time as any to show the Nether Hub. This is probably one of the places that gets the least amount of screen time, just because it's always being used to travel. It was never finished, but a lot of it was constructed. This was a joint project that a lot of people worked on, so hats off to everyone. I'm not going to list you all, but it really did come together, and we had this upper portion as well as a lower portion, because back in the day, earlier on in the server's life, it used to be that there were people that wanted to travel through the Nether and people that didn't want to travel through the Nether. So you would have to pick the correct one, and I'm going to die, so we're going to get out of here. But this is how you would get back to Torex's Noctify's bases for the longest time. You had to go through the lower Nether routes. Next, I believe it's time for us to actually go to our base. So we're going to follow our Nether line, and you guys can kind of just take a peek at it. Again, it's not something that got a whole lot of screen time this season, so there you go. I used it somewhat, and we'll go through to our first base. So this is where it all started. This was my original message board where I would get mail from other members on the server. They would periodically put stuff there. My storage depository, which apparently is broken. Actually, it definitely broke. That's right. We had a couple explosions around here. Then we have right on here my first little base. I'm super thrilled that this guy is still here because, oh man, how much has happened on the server. Literally my whole base in the background, my whole starter base in the background. But this was my original little hut where it all began. Only fitting that we spend the night here while we take a look at everything else in this area. Then also over here we have my, I guess, larger base. I wouldn't say it's a mega base by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a bigger base. And this is where I spent the base of my operations for a good amount of time. We did finally get a beacon towards the end of my time here, and I guess I never took it down, so there you go. Look at that. Pink beacon. We had a carrot farm, which did something. Very little. As well as less efficient carrot farms. We had a villager that went up in flames, as well as our wonderful little sheep farm that got vastly more expansive as we needed orange wool for certain things. As well as our strip mine, which still has boats into it to its day. Thanks, Noctify, for your boat prank. Really, really appreciate it. I still have boats in my mind. I still have boats in my mind, in case you were curious. To be fair, though, I haven't really dug down here in a very long time, so it does make sense. But this was my strip mine, and those are my boats. If you didn't get a good look at it, this is the rebuilt banned Gary the Snail poster that I had put back up after they had swapped it around to call it Ned. So that happened for a period of time, but I'm glad that it's back to being the band Gary the Snail. I believe it's the only map art that was made on this season. So I'm proud to have that title, if not the first map art that was put up this season. And then, if we come back on over here, we obviously have my big ol' logo, as well as my original mob farm, which I will take the boots for the time being, even though they're not going to last very long. And basically, you know, I'd manually sort it all out and kill whoever doesn't die, because inevitably not everyone would die in that mob trap. And I would store all my stuff right here, and all my shulkers right here in a mess, and I'd sleep right here because I never made a bedroom, and that was me. In the meantime, I did also have a chicken farm, which is where we got a bunch of food, as well as a sorted storage system to a certain extent that I only had filled out for certain blocks. And this used to be more filled, but when I made the transfer over to the satellite, I took a lot of stuff out. As well as a shulker box mural that was going to be in the shape of my logo. But when we had some end crystals go off here, this got destroyed. A lot of things got disorganized. I think I took out some things, but it would just became a mess. So I never ended up finishing that because of the end crystal incident. Then we have the bat duck. There you go. The bat chicken, not bat duck, which was episode 5. Wow, that's really, really funny to look back on now. A bunch of our excess wools from our previous shops. Noctify's boat prank, episode 6, which still has a bunch. And that is the same Enderman that we caught in a boat from that prank. He has been here ever so long. As well as another Enderman that didn't make it. But we're not going to talk about him. Oh, need those. Upstairs is just... oh boy, another Enderman in a boat. I don't know when that happens. Forgot about that entirely. As well as a staircase up to our art gallery and Brad Boss's Found Yeti in episode 10. He pranked us, so we put all up there. And I've used some of the materials since, so I'm pretty sure this is pretty much empty. Hello, lag? Yeah, it's relatively empty. We used those for our ice lines. Never did put a roof on this. Infinite water source. Tree farm that worked some of the time. It all depended on the connection to the server, so that was not long for this world. And probably the coolest thing to me about this base was the F1 track we built. And this is where a lot of the wool, or not the wool, a lot of the ice also went. So we had a full-out competition with a handful of prizes, and basically everyone got their own racing helmets. These were all the originals. These are all the signs you could have had. These were the racing times. I think it was a super cool server-wide event that a lot of people partook in, so that was super awesome. Obviously, there's more people on the server now than there was at the beginning of it, so that was super cool. Super glad everyone partook. So right on over here, this was the entrance to the gold farm. This is where we stocked up everything in our shop, which sold relatively well. I think that the building of this farm really took far longer than it needed to be because it was more efficient than it ever needed to be. No one ever really needed this amount of gold, so... But here it is. It's not as complicated as a lot of other people's gold farms. Some stuff that never made it back home after I built it. But here it is. Nothing super, super fancy. And basically we would just have a bunch of gold nuggets up on in here, and I would make them into bars and store them in these barrels. And if I'm not mistaken, this was the way up. Yep. And I just spawn-proofed it all with carpets. It's, you know, nothing super fancy, but it did the job. Moving on, our next stop is actually going to be right over here at Common Virus's base. We actually spent a lot of time over here, more so as a joke. More so as a joke than anything else if you're not familiar. Basically what we did was... Oh my lag. Oh my lag. What has happened? What has happened over here since I've last been over here? It's a death trap. Okay, anyways, we're going in here. So if this is common space if you haven't already seen it. And oh my lag. It looks like they gave back. I may have pranked you and it may have gone horribly wrong. I may have lost 27 blocks of diamond. Super sorry. Oh wow. Build the tree if I'm not banished. So I guess these are the blocks that were lost to the diamond blocks that were lost from his waterfall over here that were all replaced. So I guess KB made right on that. But anyways, this is Common Virus's base. And the reason why I take you over here is two reasons. One, a while back, we actually built the sheep blender as a pseudo prank, but also we did pay for the land, so I guess it's, you know, legit. And this was the sheep blender, 100% PETA approved, as you can see by our certification right here. And this was just a better sheep farm than what he had over here on the hill, so that we can continue to build. I think Matt at one point was going to put something in over here, but he never ended up getting to it. But it looked like Comet had some great plans for this land, and I know ShadySoccerMom was right over there. But this was a super cool little place, and we did come over here and actually put a mini base in directly next to Commons, because originally I had made a secret base over here to mess with him and troll with him, and it looks like he actually decorated it somewhat. And is that KB's head? Yeah, that's KB's head. So it sounds like someone else found our little base, and this was our secret base that we kind of trolled Common with. And when he eventually found it, he was able to come in here and take his prize. I guess he left some wool for us. And really, this base was, if I... Oh, I'm going to fall. This base was right through the, whatchamacallit, right through the picture frame, as any good secret base was. So that way, it came out right there, and you were directly into his base. And he ended up finding the base all because he went to expand his bedroom and kind of dropped right on into it. So, not that good of a secret base, but we did keep it secret, I think, for 1 or 2 episodes, technically. So, that was kind of cool. Really different build for me. And just a little bit of fun. Now, let's get out of here before we break stuff, because this base is notably dangerous at night. Then, this is actually Noctify's little walkway, or this is Noctify's path back to her base. We always used to have to go through the nether to actually get over here, so I'm glad that she finally made an above the nether path, because slightly less lethal. And this is where you'd come out. If you're not familiar with her base, she has a little piston door, a little observation area. She's working on a project over there, not to spoil too much in case she's still working on it. And her storage room downstairs. And this is actually where we originally had pranked her, right above her sheep pen and above her cows. I forget if she had the cows at the time. We built a large nuclear bomb right here, which is kind of fun. And it's kind of ironic now that she actually has a building there going up that's also circular and around the same spot. But besides that, this is also where we made our little pass-through. And our little, and I believe the shovels, yeah, the shovel's still there. The spade of all-knowing friendship from when we pranked her. I'm glad that she kept that. And if we go over here, this is actually where we have our iron farm. So her and I collabed on making an iron farm that only worked some of the time. And I remember one of the biggest things was she wanted to keep it somewhat realistic looking. I say somewhat because obviously it was shelled over, but it did work, and it worked relatively well. So, surprised that we did that, because up until this point, I had never made an iron farm before. And it shows, because this is not exactly the best iron farm in the world. But it worked. But here we are, back at TheLostYeti, or at least my current base, which is just a simple sky base based off of another creator, Zisto. He had a sky base similar to this, where it's all based around one simple water block in the center to fuel all of your farms. And it works relatively well. We have our mob farm right over here, which all works off of the single block, which is working quite well at this exact moment. I'm just going to set my spawn before I forget to. We have a wheat farm that you just toggle a button, a cacti farm that does things. And, as you guys can see, we have been visited by KB, who came and delivered our villagers as we get... Excuse you. This is where we spent the tail end of our season kind of just building this up. It's, like I said, based off of Zisto's Lens. He's another content creator who hasn't made anything in a very long time. But just the concept was, I think, very, very cool. So I wanted to give a little homage. We also had a sugarcane farm, a bamboo farm, because that's something that every base clearly needs. And a couple other just odds and ends. Just give it a quick once-over. Oh, where's the rockets? There are the rockets. So we had a bunch of trees growing up on the top just so I didn't have to risk my life. A bunch of wool because I didn't have enough sheep farms already. Let's be honest here. And this little section was when we got pranked with a snail. It got put right there in the center. But overall, this base had served me well. It served me well for the season. And it was kind of like the perfect cap on the first season here on Infinite. Let's take a little jump down. And then this was the other project I had been working on. Yeti's Infinite Realms Museum. Enter with care. We actually have 2 pieces for the museum right now. So let's drop some of the stuff off. But we came to drop off the dragon egg as well as this frosted diamond. I swapped it out. Someone had paid frosted diamonds for Vert's challenge course, so I thought that it was about time that I get one for the museum. These are all the artifacts I ended up collecting from this season. These are all named items that were either gifted to me or a part of an event here on the server. So we have the ender chest, the Easter egg, moving dirt, and I'll just kind of scan through them so you can see them. Demi-Yeezys I got from the auction house forever ago. I used the wrong picks. These were gifts from Rex. Torex specifically, my first shovel. This is for the chickens. The God plus chest plate. That was Mr. Arcticle's chest plate. Shoes of IOU, frosted diamond. My Red Bull, frosted wings. Just some chainmail armor and Johnny's horse head. As well as our only map art on the server. Super cool to have that there. As well as some other rare items I have here on the wall. Then right here we have our head wall, which has all of the players that made Infinite Realms the way that it is. So thanks to everyone here, whether you joined for however long you spent on the server, I should say. Thank you again to everyone here. And a quick scan of the head wall. These are all the players that took place in Season 1 of the Infinite Realms server. You know, just so everyone gets a little tidbit of credit. I do have 2 skins for Common there, just because he had changed his skin. I don't have everyone's different skins variants. That would have just been insane, but at least I got one head for everybody as a little memento to the season. These are some people that also were a part of the season, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get one of their heads for the wall. So shouts to them. And here were all the mob heads that we collected throughout the season. This was a huge team effort by pretty much everyone. We started off with a bunch of heads, and then everyone kind of banded together towards the ends to help amass these. So shouts to basically just everyone that helped with this, including the brown mushroom head. Johnny, you're an absolute madman. Thank you so much for hunting that down to add it to our wall. And then we're going to take around the corner and just take a look at the rest of these heads. I can't believe we also have the wither heads. That's kind of crazy. But before we do what you guys probably know what we're going to do in a second, the stages of our base over this, well, of our second base anyways, when I started doing maps, super cool to actually see how this evolved over time. But now we've come to do what we've come to do. Thanks again to Spasms for making this happen. It's time for us to add the dragon egg to our museum, and there we go. I think that that is as fitting place as any to put a cap on this season. Thank you guys so much for watching Infinite Realms Season 1. I can't wait to see you guys in Season 2. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, consider leaving a like, subscribe so you don't miss a single episode of Season 2. As always, guys, this has been your host, TheLostYeti, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Infinite Realms. And guys, as a thank you, if anyone made it this far, a little bonus. We actually got a handful of people together on the server for the last day that it was going to be live. So, roll the clips of our last minute farewell to Season 1.
But that's not going to last long.
On my side, I see everyone has 1 bar. I have 2. Ooh, I have 3 bars right now. What a world.
Oh.
And then Vert is all set. He's ready to rule the world with full bars.
I call people in the back.
Yeah, right?
Brad, you
Taking
have
a
an
screenshot.
invis potion, but it's just Yeti's name is in front of your face, and I just now realized
Just
that.
turn off. Press F1 to turn off the HUDs.
I'm gonna hit the end crystal. Nothing happened.
Feel a little guilty for being the one who put all those there.
That's fine. It gives
Hold
it a
on,
little
we're-
pizzazz.
We're hitting end crystals now? Yeah, you can fly
no,
through
it's-
them.
It was
I
just
don't know
supposed
why
to-
I was always so scared.
I was always
really
so
just an
scared.
It's just a prank on Vert,
because-
really, but he never got rid of them.
Striker flew directly into an end crystal and died. And lost all
Bert, why
stuff.
did you never get rid of these end crystals?
Because I just couldn't be bothered and I liked them actually.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna actually go get all those Red Bull cans that no one ever drank, and have a little bit of a caffeine dose.
Well, there are not many left because I had the same idea.
Yes.
You still keep speed potions on you?
B2, let's go.
Stats poker, stats poker.
What's my?
Let's do it at my base.
I
Where's your base?
Actually,
I'm
if
gonna
possible,
lose.
could you guys do it at mine? Because I left my Elytra. Yeah, it's towards the north and it's...
excuse
yeah,
you.
not cool.
I just
There
got
be, like,
you
a
out.
rank over
I got
here.
bumped out. I was leading the way.
That was me, I was invisible.
That's what happens. There's just darkness.
Hello, Douglas, my old friend. Want me to kill the portal?
Do you have a flint and steel?
Yeah, I do have a flint and steel as well.
Okay. Let me read.
Think the water's not open.
Oh, there you go. You're free.
Okay.
Noctis
You're
free.
out.
Yes.
One more.
There you are.
All right,
I'm alive.
we've done it.
Okay. Where do you want to do stat poker? Question.
Alright, how
Could
about
also
we
do the giant table for, you know.
how
Oh.
about we
I mean,
wager
it's
something
kind of
everyone
covered
has.
with
like-
diamonds, but
Oh, yeah, that's a flex. That's a hard flex right there. All right, well,
There's more-
considering there's
there's more
no
diamond doors than this in my cave.
space at
Like-
this table, so I guess we'll have to take the other table as I lag into the diamond door.
Alright. Everyone just take a stack, or have a stack, probably, of golden nuggets.
That works.
And so everyone just put an item that represents you in one of the columns. I'm a feather.
I'm the Nether Hub.
I guess it'll be the invis potion.
Oh,
I've got nothing else in my inventory. Hey, someone
Back to feather.
put it back.
No, right.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna bet since I'm just gonna bet one since I've already said it out loud
What-
just to be fair.
yeah, what is it?
What are we doing?
Chests opened.
Oh, I already lost this one.
Wait, who's brown terracotta?
I just put that in.
Are you gonna raise to 3 or are you just gonna end it?
Sure, I'll match 3.
Okay. So I think we're done betting, so Noctify, you're the block, right? Is
No.
that right?
That's Vert. I'm the ender pearl.
Alright, so me, Vert, and Yeti. So Yeti go first, I guess.
And we're doing chest opened. Chests open. Got it. Okay. Ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
14,930.
Got me beat.
Oh,
10,849.
yeah, Yeti won that. I'm only at 12,000.
Let's go.
That's me.
So we'll do down the left line. So we'll do feather, ender pearl, netherite, then myself, and then totem undying.
Okay. I got one.
No.
Interaction.
I've won.
And we're just going out of the general or out of everything?
Alright, I'm gonna go with interactions with smithing table.
I think
Ooh.
just
High or
keep.
low?
I think just keeping it in general might keep it easier. But if you guys want to do other stuff, I'm good with that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, high or low for smithing table. High, I assume.
Alright.
You can put in your first bet then, the first round.
Yeah, I'm gonna fold on that one.
I'm gonna call. Pearl and Totem. Are you gonna?
Oh, yeah,
Hold
no.
I'm not.
No.
I'm leaving it at 1.
Okay, so it's just out of me and Brad. How much have you got, Brad?
70.
How? I've got 5.
Oh, okay. I got it. It is the very last stat. Water taken from,
From a cauldron.
Water taken from cauldron. It went down one since the last time I checked.
And you go high or low?
Hi.
High.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out. That's my mistaking, but I'm out.
What stat are we using?
Water
Water
taken
taken-
Water
the
taken from
very
cauldron.
last one in general.
All right, I
'Cause
will.
I have no.
I
volume
will
here.
go to 15.
Considering my value, I'm folding.
All right.
Do you have an anvil?
No.
Oh, I'll go up 15.
All right, and that's where I'm staying.
All right. Yeti, how many times?
A whopping 0. I have never taken water from a cauldron.
I am whopping 2.
102.
What?
The fork.
Okay, so there's a cauldron in my house, and I accidentally right-clicked the bucket in it.
I only had 2 on that one.
Fair enough.
Do you have an anvil?
Distance flown.
Distance
High or
flown.
low?
High.
I like that one.
Is it that flown is so much different than
Alright.
elytra?
I'll call 7.
Yeah, I think 7 is a fair bet for that one.
Because there's the gliding stuff, I think.
Oh.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, wow.
I don't-
Because elytra is way higher for me than distance flown.
Same.
Wait, what's distance flown?
I don't even know. Okay, we'll just go distance by elytra since that's the one we know.
So flown is distance you've jumped over 1 block?
Traveled upwards and forward at the same time.
Interesting.
While more than 1 block above ground, so jumping doesn't count.
Okay,
But if you have
Are we doing that one or elytra?
We'll do elytra. That was my intention anyway.
Okay.
but since everybody is already in there, what is your distance flown?
Yeah, I'm curious now as well.
I'm 1,204 kilometers.
I've got 420 kilometers.
48
Hey.
kilometers.
122.
389.
Yeah, I don't know how I have 1,200.
Distance by elytra. 2,302.11 kilometers.
All right. Well, I'm following, and I've got 1,700. So I lost that bet.
I have 5,526 kilometers.
I knew it. You've been on the server longer.
127.
So then naturally, you guys have to know that I'm going to do highest amount of deaths. Because I think I've got that one.
Highest. I was
High-
wanting to go for
Okay,
lowest amount of death.
I know Vert has lowest amount. Guaranteed.
Yeah. I don't know if I have the highest. I probably don't.
Wait. How do I see most deaths? Oh, number of deaths. There it is.
I'm up a lot, so I'll call the 3.
I'm leaving it to what I'm at.
Yeah, I followed.
Fair play. All right, so the grand reveal. I actually have not checked this in a little bit.
No. I'm at 74, but I know you're at like 200 something.
I think he's at like 300 or 400.
All right, so everyone else give theirs, and then once I find this.
It's just me and you, so I'm 118.
Oh
It's
yeah, no.
number of deaths in general.
Number of.
It's
I've got
gray,
28.
not white.
Oh god. Oh no, I got it. Any guessers? Any guessers? This is bad.
423.
I wish.
420.
I wish
469.
it is far higher than that number.
622.
666.
No, I surpassed that a bit ago as well.
Oh my god.
716 deaths.
Okay, I have a new
Jesus.
mission for you in season 2, Yeti.
Not hit 700.
Interactions with the stone cutter. High.
Oh.
Ooh. I will also match that, and I find. Oh, not that. 7. What's actually very interesting about that is Johnny has an advantage on this because earlier we had a plugin that made it less efficient to use a stone cutter.
Okay.
So you might actually have the highest amount on this purely because of when you joined. I believe that plugin was taken out.
Yeah, and my base has a lot of slabs and all that stuff. So, interactions with stonecutter 172.
Oh no, I'm not there. I'll tell you that.
248.
Oh. Yeah,
A
27.
whopping, I have a whopping 0.
27.
I win.
We could do one more round if you guys like, and then do a total.
Well,
Yeah. We'll
I
go
have-
back around.
I have 5 nuggets to my name.
Well, yeah, if
You
you
once more.
you can either win more or broke out.
Lose it all.
Yeah.
Distance climbed.
Options. Not option. Stats. Distance climbed. Ooh, not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I will match 2.
I don't want to be out, so I'm gonna give another one, even though I think. No, I leave it at 1. I'm folding.
Okay.
21.32 kilometers.
I'm glad I folded.
17.67 kilometers.
What was it again?
Climbed.
Climbed.
For me, it's like 4 point something kilometers.
Wait, Brad, what did you say yours was?
21.
21.32.
I should have 32.6.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh.
You're okay.
Sorry. Distance climbed 23.95.
Oh.
Did I win?
Yeah, Vert 1.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so I have a ladder leading to the second floor of my storage.
Yeah, I have a vine that goes all the way down to my mine, so I figured that would give me a lot.
I have a ladder between my food and
Does
my
it count
cave.
scaffolding?
I don't know.
I think so, yeah. That's also climb.
Well, yeah, I've used a lot of scaffold.
Okay, sneak time.
Sneak time.
Low.
Sneak tab low.
Oh,
Knocked, you started.
Okay,
then
0.52.
How?
I need to open my statistics again now.
0.52.
What's the metric on that? Is it
Days.
days?
0.59 days.
Oh.
Alright, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm also out. I have 1.21 days.
Oh, wait.
Jesus, you had more than me. I had 0.95.
I am a sneaky snake.
Times traded with village.
High or low?
Ha.
Oh, that's interesting.
I am a brave man, but not that brave. I'm folding on this one.
26,638.
What's wrong
Yanni,
with you?
do you have any diamonds?
I
You can buy
had
some.
3,000. I had like
I don't know if you-
3,892.
I don't know if you can hear it, but there are villages
Yeah, I know.
in this mountain.
I know. I was here when you were building it.
I wish there would be a statistic for diamonds spent in a shopping district.
Yeah, right. I would be up there as well.
Ooh, we could do like Diamond Ore's Mine if we went out of general.
Just a very important question that I want to hear from everyone. Highest amount of... Oop, that's the geography table. Highest amount of bells rung.
I think 2. Because I looked at that earlier, I'm like, I could go lowest for that.
Hi. Okay, I'll go 3.
For this book.
110.
231.
I picked the fight with the wrong guy. 117.
Yeah.
You should understand that bells are a really good way to move villages without using minecart.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Alright, time played lowest.
Why'd you have to say
Oh. No, because I've done a
Wait,
couple of overnight.
I want to hear
AFK
Yeti's
sessions.
though.
Yeah, I want to hear everyone's on that anyway, so I'll
Yeah,
match
I don't think that I'm going to win this one. I just want to know everybody's.
time played.
But considering that I started late, I have a good chance. But I had some honey farm AFK sessions too. So, all right.
Whoa,
let's open
that's-
the statistics.
That's a book right there.
Time played 7.09 days.
Time played 17.54 days.
Time played 9.54 days.
Brad?
Time played 18.53 days.
No way. Time played 23.61 days.
Yo!
We were doing low on that one, right?
I know,
Yeah,
I know.
We were doing low. Yes, I'm finally rich again. Hold
You
on,
can
I
pick
even
the
get an
enchantment.
enchanted book. Now I'm rich.
Oh, to be fair though, I did AFK at the whatchamacallit, at the gold farm, so I feel better about that.
Hey, there's a zombie in your villager area, Vert. Can I kill it?
Oh. Might wanna.
The gold nuggies. If only,
Me.
if only
Oh,
these
hold
were
on.
were
That was an
chicken.
ender chest.
If only these were chicken nuggies. That's what I really want to win.
Noctify, you have something
Yeah.
of mine.
Do I?
Where's the netherite block?
I was right there, wasn't it?
But yeah, no, guys, it was awesome to kind of get on that impromptu last minute and see the end of
Yeah.
season 1
Yeah.
outright. All right, beautiful. All my stuff is in chests. Everything's out of the ender chest. Sad to see it go, but thank you for a wonderful season 1. I'll log out and talk to you guys soon.